Hey guys, Omni here. We finally have our first official trailer for the upcoming Disney Plus series WandaVision. Out of all of the MCU shows that have been announced, this is the one I am the most excited for because it definitely seems the most interesting, the most different from anything we've seen before, especially with the spin on sitcoms and television as this as Scarlet Witch's powers are just going wild trying to cope with the loss of her loved ones, her brother, with everything that's been going on, her trying to compartmentalize that as she's still really getting a grip on her powers. And we're going to be seeing maybe a House of M storyline break out of this. I don't know, but I think it's going to have huge implications for the MCU. And I know a lot of people are saying that too. And it's definitely going to connect into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness as well, since she's going to be a big part of that. I'm really excited to see how this goes because it's just it's just I don't know how it's going to translate. I know it's just a little mini series, but still it just has the most flavor to it from out any of the ones that they've really announced. They've also there's been some rumors, or I don't know if it was ever confirmed, that Evan Peters would also be making an appearance in the show in an undisclosed role. And of course, if we've unless you've been under a rock, he's been Quicksilver in the Fox X-Men series line with Days of Future Past, with Apocalypse. He's easily my favorite iteration of Quicksilver. But I don't know what that's going to mean. We know it's going to play into the multiverse with the introduction of the multiverse into the MCU. So who knows what we'll see there. So let's go ahead. This isn't a long trailer. It's a minute and 20 seconds, but let's give it a go.
Wanda and Vision, aren't we a five-pair?
This is our home now. I want us to fit in.
Oh, this is gonna be a gas!
Dude, I
Where did
cannot
you two
wait.
move from? How long have you been married, and why don't you have children yet?
Our
Kitty.
story.
I think what my wife means to say is that we moved from...
Moved from where? Married when?
Their past.
Damn it, why?
Oh, Arthur, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Uh-oh.
This is really happening.
Oh, the costume.
Am I dead?
No. Why would you think that?
Because you are.
What? Oh my god, the Halloween costumes. Wait, who was that?
We're an
Agent.
unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
Oh, see, it's just so sad. The way it's just kind of masking everything. Her pain, her past. Hold on, I just want a quick peek, see if I recognized who that was walking up over that hill there. Hold up. Oh, too far. Yep, nope, nothing. Yeah, I got nothing out of that. I don't know, for like a quick glance, I was like, wait a minute. Is that Matthew Perry? No, no way. Dude, I'm really excited for that because this is her dealing with her trauma, her going inside her mind, or just creating this these alternate realities that she's living in where she has this perfect sitcom life with her love. We know that she brings about her children into this, that they are created out of this whole thing as well. Their relationship gets to continue. Everything's hunky dory. And then you see the cracks in the simulation are happening anytime their pasts have been referenced. I'm not sure who the witch character was in the car. I know it's been announced. I know it's been talked about, but I'm completely blanking on it right now. But I know she's got a big part to play in, I think, the tutorship of Wanda and her powers and her abilities and what's going on. And then we get the phasing of realities that's going from black and white into color. I like, because I grew up watching a lot of these old sitcoms with my mom and my grandmother and stuff like that, like from Andy Griffith to I Love Lucy, the original Addams Family, I Dream of Jeannie, all that kind of stuff. Like, and I get so many of those types of hints in the way that this is bouncing around. And again, there's that aspect, that idea of changing the channel, because anytime I'm assuming the structure of this is going to be like, we're going to be seeing her life through different lenses, because it looked like there was like a Brady Bunch kind of look going on in one of them. And anytime the simulation has to reset, anytime like something starts to poke holes in their story and their narrative, and this is just me speculating. I mean, I don't know. I could be completely wrong. This is just what I'm taking out of this trailer. Is like anytime like things start to break down, or she starts to be confronted with the truth. And when, Paul Bettany is confronted with the truth, you're dead. You're just a ghost. And that it has to reconstruct itself, kind of like with the Matrix. The agents have to go in and reset everything. And then we saw this like breaking out the fourth wall, literally going through a television screen into a different area. We got police showing up, or agents of some sort showing up, and everything kind of coming together in this. I love the like hints too, to the like the little bit the Halloween, with her dressing up in the classic comic book outfit as this like janky Halloween outfit, as a lot of them by today's standards would look like. And then of course you have Vision in the old school Vision outfit, as well as a costume. A lot of fun elements out of this, and that's what I like about this, because it's going to be a journey through her psychology, through her trauma, dealing with that. It's going to be a little bit darker, I assume, from some of the things that we've seen up to this point, and how that's going to lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Because from what they've said, Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange are interconnected between this and that film, and she's a big part of that and the exploration of that multiverse. I don't know if any of that's been changed, if they've said anything different since all that's been talked about, but I love the vibe of this. I love the feel of it. I cannot wait to check this one out. I mean, I'm excited to check out the other ones too, and always give them a chance, but this one I'm actually legitimately excited for. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm going to be checking it out. I'm not going to not watch it, but I'm just not hyped for it. It's been, aside from the Spider-Man films, because Spider-Man's like my second favorite superhero, hands down, ever. And if you catch me on a different day, he might even be my favorite. It's kind of a toss-up at the end of the day for him. But he's definitely the one I relate to the most. So I'm always going to be on board for whatever Spider-Man film comes out. But for the MCU, after we peaked, after we climaxed with Endgame, and I know a lot of people actually feel this way too, but it's not, I don't think it's the majority by any stretch of the imagination. But for me, we had that long 10-ish year build up to this conclusion at the end of Endgame. And for me, that was the pinnacle of all of that. And I don't know how I feel. Like, I'm still invested in the MCU and the characters and that we're left behind with, but like, I don't have that like thirst, that hunger to watch every single entry. And I'm still going to, but before you were like, oh, I need this piece. I need this piece of the puzzle, because it was all building up to something. And I'm sure they're going to be slowly working into what the next thing is, because that's just how they got things scattered up. But we don't have a lot of those seeds yet. Those seeds have not been set up yet. They've taken a little bit of a dip, a little bit of a lull after Endgame, for obvious reasons. And then, of course, COVID happened, so that put a lot of things on hold for a while, because I'm sure we would have heard a lot more by now, given any other situation. So, I don't know. I'm not foaming at the mouth for MCU content like I used to be. I'm ready for the Spider-Verse to kick off. I'm ready to see where this goes. And I just hope that they'll get me back on the hook again, and I'll have that excitement for whatever the next big event is. I know we had Kang announced here recently, as well, for one of the upcoming films, for Ant-Man 3, I think was the one it was. So they're definitely starting to branch out into time, space, and interdimensional stuff, man. So they got some big plans coming down the pipeline, and I'm curious to see where that all goes. The only other show really coming to Disney Plus on this side of things, and the Marvel side of things, that I'm really excited for is the What If series. I'm really looking forward to that, and seeing like these different spins on what would have happened if different things in the MCU had changed or been slightly different. Different characters getting Thor's hammer, different people becoming Captain America, stuff like that, and switching things up. That's a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that. The She-Hulk thing, I don't know. I'm like I said, just like with the rest of them, I'm interested. I want to watch them, but I'm not like hyped and excited, you know, like not like I used to. I feel like my after after Endgame, man, my it's just the my pulse is down a little bit, you know. You hit that peak and you let it out, you know, and you're just like, all right, I need a cigarette now. Get the euphemism. Anyway, we'll see how it all goes. This one's got me excited. I just like the cast, the idea, and the concept, and I think I think this one's gonna be a fun one to watch. So, want to know your guys' thoughts? What is your impressions from this? What are your theories, your speculations? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll carry on the conversation after the video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everybody.